Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It is Thursday night, 9 p.m., and it's your boys, Mike and Mish, with the Mike and Mish Show. What up, Mikey?
What up? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike and Mish Show.
Yeah,
How is
it was.
it going? How is life?
Life is good. You know why, Mike?
What?
We're not just doing community service anymore, my friend. We're actually going to get paid.
That's right. That's right.
That's
The U.S. government is now open for business once again. We're
it
not doing
was.
it for the flag anymore.
It was shut down, and now it has shut up. You know what I'm saying? According to no one, that's what they. That's what it was. They had to shut up, and that's it. Yeah, we're back, man. We're back. And we had a show tonight lined
We
up for you
did.
guys.
We
And
did. We
we
had a
have to
show.
swerve. We have a show and we're gonna do this show, but we gotta swerve a little bit
We got to
because
swerve.
our
Oh, and cut
yeah,
back and forth a little.
you got swervo and cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um so we had David Diaz and Kai Stewart lined up to talk tonight, and we had to reschedule with David Diaz because he is at Palm Desert and busy doing things, and tomorrow is weight cut, and I can understand. So we're gonna shoot the shit a little bit before we talk to Kai Stewart here.
Yeah, I was depending on his energy here. I just started drinking just to get in my El Necio spirit, I have a vodka Red Bull here, because I needed to amp it up a little bit because that guy, he brings energy. So I was relying on him to be here. But man, he is fighting, and I have to say, notoriously looks bad when he cuts weight. So I hope he looks good for this. You know,
I'm sure.
I
I'm
hope
sure he's
he's
gonna be
gonna be
fine.
all right this time.
He always makes weight though.
That's not a hint to anybody either. I never even talked to him. So,
Right? No,
but
no.
you know
I
what I
think
mean? Like we see him sometimes, his eyes get real sunken. It's like, hopefully he's good because
I, I
it
think
doesn't
he's
matter though because he's gonna put on a great fight. That's for sure. Would you call him
absolutely.
the walking fight of the
I said the
not walking
walking
fight of the
fight of the
night,
year.
fight of the year? That's right.
He's
He's
a
the walking
walking
fight of
fight
the
of the
year.
year.
He's
The dude's
always
one of the
part of
most
fight of the year.
yeah, one of the most entertaining fighters they have on the roster, and he's one of those guys that if they could fight him more often, they would. I think in between his last fight and this fight, um, he had an injury, right? Or he had one canceled, and then he got injured. So between his Knucklemania fight with Shane Jordan and now, it's been a long time since David Diaz has fought. But in that gap in time, he did have a fight canceled, and he ended up getting injured on another one. So we could have seen him fight twice by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And circumstances suck like that.
Yeah, it's been a topic of discussion lately. The fights. Fights, how many fights is the talent being used enough? Some of the talent, are they being used enough? The champs, not the champs, a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, okay. So that is, and we could talk about that if we want to talk about that, because I know that Kai is a champion and he wants to fight more frequent.
Yes.
Um,
That's
but
gonna be the topic of discussion tonight with him too, for sure.
so
One
so
of the main things to ask him.
okay, but we did a little research here, and it
Did.
hasn't been like he fought in April, right? So it's been May, June, July, August, September, October, November. It's been 7 months. He should be getting a fight about now. If you look at at the history of the BKFC, um, we were looking at all their champions and their schedules and how often they fight, and it is somewhere in the 6 to 8 month range. And
Yep.
that is really no different than like UFC and all these other organizations out there. The world champions are the world champions, are the best of the best. And like if there's not if they got to
There's
find
not a
fight
contender, a number
right. If
one
there's if
contender.
there's not a
That's the
legit
worst part.
contender, they're not just gonna make a fight willy-nilly out of fucking nowhere because it'll take away the credit of their title. You know what I mean?
It has happened too. Like
Right. What? like, no offense to Tommy Stridham, he shouldn't have fought Kai Stewart.
I know.
That knocked down the credibility of his belt right there.
Yes.
No shit. That was a filler fight that didn't need to be made, and they did it. And yeah, good for Kai getting another title defense. But honestly, they need to find real, true contenders, and it's hard to do when as we're in our 6th year, but it is still fairly new, and the featherweight division isn't chock full of fucking contenders. You know what I mean?
It is. Yes, I do know what you mean. I remember when when the division had like nobody in it. But that's the problem that I always say. Faria is so good that she's fought herself out of competition mostly, because now she's the champ. It's really hard to find somebody in the company already that makes sense to fight her, right? Like,
Right.
it's hard because, like, oh, well, has to be a contender because she's got the damn title. So if they fight, and yeah, they've had people fight, like you just said, Tommy Stridham. We're like, everybody complained about it. We were complaining about it big time. I know I was like, dude, this is crazy. There needs to be somebody in a higher status at this point to fight for the title for him. So, but anyways, it happened, and then we saw the outcome. And, Tommy gave it his all, but he didn't have it, right? And we all knew that was pretty much going to happen, unless he landed a lucky shot, which hasn't happened yet to Kai. So very unlikely that would even happen. After that, it's like, okay, well, who is it? Every other person he's already either fought or isn't ready for that shot. So now it's like, got to find somebody outside the company. That's the biggest issue with being a champion, I think, in bare knuckle right now, is there isn't that many people. I mean, you can run rematches. There are rematches, and they do some rematches here and there. But
they can make the Plaziola fight right now.
The Plaziola fight.
He's 5-0, right?
5-0. That's a fight that needs to happen with Kai now.
They can make that one. That one makes sense. But like Nico Gaffey, I would love to see Nico Gaffey fight Kai. But Nico's what? 2-0 or 3-0?
I think he's 3-0 now.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. But really, guys, if you guys just do the research, I know there's other podcasts out there. There's other media sites that are like taking every shot they can, the fucking trash, the BKFC, whenever they can, just trash them for not fucking fighting their fighters. But one, they're putting on events like every other freaking week now. The roster's getting bigger and bigger. And if you really just take the time to look into it, the fighters are not going the longest. I mean, it's not like they're going a fucking year without a fight. You know what I mean? They are waiting some gaps, but if you go in and look, they're like 7-8 month gaps in between their fights. You know what I mean? And then like a guy like David Diaz, though, unfortunately, he's been out for a year and a half, but that was due to injury and a canceled fight. Anyways, speaking of David Diaz, I did want to point something out. He's never fought at 125 pounds. So that trivia question the other day on the Bare Knuckle Show was straight trash, fucking garbage. And I would like to nominate the guys that made that trivia question as the Stewart of the week, Mike. Stewart of the week. Hey. Yep, that's you, dickhead. You guys clearly didn't do your fucking homework, because David Diaz has never fought at 125 pounds. Therefore, he does not hold the record for most fight of the nights at the 125-pound flyweight division, because he's not a fucking flyweight. Good look, guys. That was fucking crazy. I don't know.
I missed that.
Yeah. For people that are watching the Bare Knuckle Show, we're like watching, and we're like, how are you guys playing this on your show when it's completely false information? Stu Nod. There you go. Not afraid. I'm not afraid, Mike, to nominate somebody for Stu Nod of the week. We haven't done it in a long time.
You got to do it. Sometimes you just have to do it.
And the question actually was, who has the highest percentage of fight of the nights in the flyweight division? I'm like, percentage? What? It's like, okay, if this guy has 3 fights of the night but has 5 fights, and this guy over here has 1 fight of the night out of 2 fights, he has 50%. Is he the one you're talking about, or did you mean to say who has the most fights of the night? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what they meant to say, not who has the highest percentage. Fucking morons. Stunads. Do you know Stunads spelt backwards is donuts?
Oh, good. I like both of them.
Yeah. I just got word from Kai Stewart. We'll get him in a little bit here. He's watching Dakota fight another round of sparring, and then we'll get to him. But Mike, in the meantime, did
Yes.
you take my recommendation and watch The Substance?
Oh my God. Yes, I did. I watched this movie, this crazy movie. I get a text from Kyle the other day, and he's like, "Hey, there's a movie. It's on HBO Max, and it's called The Substance, and it's absolutely insane." He's like, "You got to watch this friggin' movie." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll get to it." And I was like thinking for most of the day, like, "Oh, I've got to watch this movie. I've got to watch this movie." And then finally at night, I'm like, "Oh, let me put it on." It's like 10:30 at night. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna put it on." It's fucking 2.5 hours long. I was like, "Why did I put this movie on at this time?" So I was like, "I'll watch half of it. I'll watch the next half tomorrow." I watched the entire freaking movie. I couldn't stop watching it. It was so weird. It was really good. It's just
And then
crazy.
the
The way it
last
was
20,
filmed.
dude, tell
But
me.
the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes of the friggin' movie doesn't even seem like it goes with the actual movie. So you watch it for
It's
20 minutes. I mean, for
completely
2 hours.
insane.
You watch it for 2 hours. And then this shit happens. I'm not even going to ruin it for people because you have to go see this movie. It's
Yes.
unbelievable. You got to watch this shit. It's like the entire script, or it's like they said, "All right, let's get a new director for this film," and threw him in there. And he was like, "Let's just do whatever. Let's just do anything. Let's just
Yeah.
fucking
You
just
know what
do
it's like?
whatever we want after that." And it was just the craziest shit I've ever seen for 15 minutes of a movie that was nuts to begin with a crazy
Yeah.
story. But it's like they threw everything else out the window and just said, "Let's just go crazy here.
You know what it's
Let's
like?
just."
It's the first 2 hours and 10 minutes of that movie was directed by some director that was influenced by whoever made Requiem for a Dream, right? That movie was very similarly shot. It was very fucking twisted and weird and fucked up. And then the last 20 minutes of the movie, like you said, they were like, "Hey, whoever directed Terrifier,
Yeah,
get that guy to
anything.
come in here and direct the last 20 minutes of this movie."
Any of
Because
the craziest things you've ever seen, we'll just put them in, and then it's gonna happen. You're not gonna know why it's happening. It's not gonna
yeah,
make any you're not gonna know what's gonna happen next. You're not gonna know when it's gonna stop and something else is gonna begin. Things are just gonna go crazy. This is it right
yeah,
here, this movie.
yeah. And you know what's
Give me
funny?
more. And
I
Dennis Quaid and
Yeah,
that chick, Margaret Qualley, just gross.
she's very much like Veronica Vaughn.
Yes.
Fine piece of ace.
Yes. It what a friggin' movie. I don't even know where to place it. If I had to like place it with movies, I have no idea where to put it. I
Yes,
think it's like kind of like a Black Mirror episode that's extended. That's what I was saying. It's just a crazy science fiction story that is just it's nuts. It's nuts.
absolutely. So there's our movie recommendation. This is what happens when we don't have BKFC to watch on the weekend. I fucking find the most fucked up shit I could possibly watch, and I watch it, and
And
then
then
I
he tells
text
me
Mike,
about it, and then
and then I
half
say,
the time I'm
"Mike,
like, I'm not
you got
watching that shit.
yeah, Mike,
Like
you
the
gotta watch
Terrifier.
it." I know
I'm
why
not
Mike
watching the
watched it.
Terrifier.
You
I
know
had
why?
no idea what it was about at all. Nothing. I didn't even look into it. I just said, I'll just put it on.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I loved it though. That's for sure.
it was pretty fucking fantastic. Well, hey,
Oh,
we do have a fight card this weekend.
yes, we
We
do.
were going to talk to David Diaz, but there are some dude. Um, Aspen Ladd makes her debut this weekend for the BKFC, and I feel like that's like flown way under the radar. And Aspen Ladd is a pretty tough fighter out of the BKFC, and I think she went to PFL for a minute there too. Um, but if you go look up her record, Aspen Ladd has 12 or 13, I think 12 wins, and 6 of them are by knockout by punches. So that would tell me that she likes to throw them hands. And we've seen her a bunch of times in the UFC, but personally, I was talking to Big Ben the other day on the phone. He was like, "Is she gonna do?" He's like, "How good is she gonna do in this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, without going back and rewatching her fights, I couldn't honestly give you an opinion on that. But if you look at her record and she has 6 knockouts by punches, that would tell me that she knows how to knock people out by punches, Mike. And what do
I
they
would say
do?
so.
And what do they do? And what do you use to knock people out by punches?
Let's think about this. I gotta be very.
Your
I
hands.
gotta think deep.
They're your hands. They're your hands. Yeah. So what do they use in the BKFC to inflict damage on each other?
Your fists, boy. Your fists.
Yeah, they fist each other. So that's what
They
I'm
do
saying.
fist each other for money.
Maybe she is prime and ready to come in, start fisting people in the BKFC.
I am ready to see it.
In the face. Fist him in the face.
In the face. That's right. I don't know what anybody else would have been thinking besides that, but that is exactly right. Dude, I'm gonna share screen right now. I'm gonna see. Let's see. Let's bring this up because let's just talk about this because we're talking about Aspen Ladd, and there's something that needs to be pointed out here because today it's time to be critical, and I think from this point forward, it's just time to be critical all the time, right?
I think so.
We'll be critical. It's time to be critical. Be nice, critical guys about everything. Where the hell did this thing go? All right, let me bring this up. Let's see. Make sure I have any. What the hell? Hold on.
Looks gray.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Look at this picture of Aspen Ladd, right? There she is.
Great picture.
Yep, just right. That looks like a normal woman that fights, right? There's a picture. Not bad. Okay.
Well done picture there.
All right, let me go back here. All right, let's go to events here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the event. Let's pick Palm Desert. Okay. Do you know where I'm going with this, Kyle?
I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
What is going on with this right here?
Make it bigger. Click on her profile and yes, I don't know what's going on there, Mike.
Hold on. Let's see here. Ready?
It seriously looks like they superimposed. It looks like they took her head.
Why did they do this to her? If you put a picture of somebody on a website, right?
It just doesn't look natural.
Would you be confident when you put this down and was like, yeah, I think that this is the way that I want to present this person to the world? Now, here's the thing. We looked at it and it's cut. It is her. I looked at pictures side by side and it is definitely her. I think it's just the way the lighting was in the picture that they cut it out and they put it on a white background. So it looks like the head is, because of the shadow on her neck, it looks like her head is photoshopped on, but it's not.
Onto the body.
When you put this in here, do you think you couldn't think like, hey, let me do her a solid. We'll get another picture and put it on the website, please. What is that?
Right, dude. You can go on Google Images and find 20 way better pictures of Aspen Ladd that they could have just used. You know what I mean? Yes. Took it off of Google Image and put it in there. And
I don't know if they can, but
it just looks
unnatural.
That looks super unnatural. It doesn't look right. There's something off about that damn picture. But yeah, we're gonna talk to Aspen soon. I think I can't wait to see her. How she does, because Cheyenne Bentliff is very tough, but we know that Cheyenne takes a little time to get going. You know what I mean? She not the fastest starter out there. She does get in there and start banging, but like she'll take a couple shots in that first round. We've seen it in her last few fights. But she recovers from those shots and she gets the dub. So we'll see.
You know? What is this? Why won't this thing pop up? What's going on here? Sorry.
What thing? What are you talking about?
This right here. See this right here? See this menu piece? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I want to go away.
I don't know, man. The card looks good, though. I was looking at it right before we came on here just to like refresh my memory on who the whole card is.
Yeah.
There are some serious fucking bangers on this card. I mean, we already talked about David Diaz. Like David Diaz, the walking fight of the year, David Diaz. He's fighting Justin Martinez. Justin Martinez goes in there to slug it out every single time, too. And we'll see how that goes. The one thing that Martinez, he is very small, right? He's fighting at 135 pounds here. That guy is a 125er. He is 5'3". I don't actually know how tall he is, but he's very short, stout little guy. David Diaz is going to be the bigger fighter, I think, in this fight for probably the first time in his life. Maybe Inclon. He might have been bigger than Inclon, but
This is gonna be here forever. Sorry, guys, but we're just gonna have to deal with it for now.
what
That's
that
okay.
menu up at the top?
Yeah, it will not close. I even closed the window, the tabs, everything. So
It's because you're a stupid idiot, Mike.
yep,
Very, very stupid.
very stupid.
No, but like I said, David Diaz and Justin Martinez will be a banger. The main event is a rematch 4 years in the making. I cannot wait to see how that plays out. We talked to both of those fighters in the last couple of weeks, and Juggernaut, and Josh has looked fucking really good lately, and he is a solid dude that hits really hard. And he's very intelligent. You remember how he was talking the other day, like the way he was talking about taking different pieces from different fighter styles and meshing them into his own thing.
Yep.
That's awesome. And I cannot wait to see what world champion Josh Dyer versus Juggernaut Hunt looks like. Because
the first fight, we talked about the event that it was at and last show and how many things happened at it, but it was so. I would expect Josh Dyer. Now Josh Dyer's the champ now, right? That's crazy. Back when we saw this fight, Josh Dyer was new. Hunt had fought a little bit here, but Dyer was pretty new, and Hunt really dominated him in that fight. I mean, it was not around that he lost.
One-way traffic the whole time.
It was that, yes. And then Josh started having problems with his contacts as well. And I mean, Hunt schooled him in that fight. You go watch it. It's this fight I expect to be a lot different. And like we said, Dyer's grown a lot. Has he grown enough?
Yep.
Right? That's the question. He's a champion. He's going to defend his title. This is going to be a good one. I'm very excited to see this. This is going to be really good. I think let's back out of this here.
Yeah, let's circle back to the card after we talk to His Royal Highness. You want to go ahead and bring him on or what?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we will bring him on. Let me get to the correct winder. All right. So, guys, stay tuned because when we come back, we'll be joined by the King himself. Let's go. Nobody tells the King what to do, not even gravity. That's what I'm talking about.
What? Not even gravity.
Not even gravity.
Nobody.
How did you even do that? I was wondering how you did that.
What do you mean?
Defy gravity the way you were. I mean, you were literally floating horizontally. See this? Look at this guy.
I know. I'm on my phone. As you guys can see, I'm in the car. My girlfriend, Dakota Rough Roads, has a fight coming up December 13th. So in my extended vacation, I'm the best fucking cornerman alive. Let me fucking tell you.
Yeah. Well, where's her fight?
Great Falls, Montana, in my hometown. Gonna sell out for Fusion Fight League. As a female fighter, we sold a bunch of tickets for her. So, a female amateur fighter, with only a couple fights. She's not from Great Falls, and we sold it. So people are rallying behind us, rallying behind her, and she's gonna go finish another girl. Her last fight was bare knuckle amateur, but her last MMA fight was a finish with a liver kick. So that was pretty gnarly, pretty nasty.
Yeah, those suck.
Nice.
So Kai, it's been 7 months since you last fought in the BKFC, right? It was April in Dubai. we're now in November, creeping up on December here. What's going on with you, man? You're the king of the featherweight division. There is, I think, honestly, of the top 5 right now, Edgard Plaziola is the worthy contender to give you a challenge right now. Everyone else might need a couple more fights. Nico Gaffey. But what are your thoughts at the state of the featherweight division right now in that top 5 and possibly maybe a Plaziola scrap in the future?
Didn't they tell you guys that everything on the internet you guys read is true? And I'm ducking everybody. That's what I'm doing. I'm fucking straight ducking so I can hold the title, so I can be out fishing on my boat, left the fuck alone in the mountains. But also, nobody's good enough to fight. Here's the thing. I agree with you with Plazola being the next guy in line. But why do I have to wait for this guy who has less of a following? He doesn't sell as much. He just doesn't. Why am I put on the shelf waiting for him regardless? Like, apparently, like, whether he is injured, doesn't want to actually fight me, he bit off more than he can chew, whatever the reason, if you have a world title dangling in front of you, if you're a real gamer, you take it. And he's not taking it. So I don't care what's going on with him. If I'm in a position to win a world title, I'm going to fucking go do it. Because he hasn't came and done it, what are we doing? Why am I waiting? Why am I punished for his wrongdoing? Outside of that, I agree with you guys. There's really nothing for me. With that said, I said I'd go to 135. They said that they would strip me. I accepted the Tony fight on 8 days notice, didn't give it to me. So I've done my job. I think Bare Knuckle is trying to find something big enough and worthy enough, but Plazola might have the record, but he's not that guy. Like, he's just not that guy. So why, like, it just leads back to the question of why am I being punished? I was hoping we had something come to fruition this week, but sounding like it's not going to be coming to fruition, and so we'll see. We'll see. I'll be in California. Hopefully we can come to a deal, because I don't care who I fight. I'm pretty sure that's pretty sure that's been established throughout the years. Anyway, I'm getting long-winded because I got a
You,
lot to say, but no, and a lot of it is, I think a lot of me not fighting is what you guys said. There's only one contender, but for whatever reason, we're waiting on him. So
you're saying, if I'm hearing you right, Plaziola has been asked or has been offered the title fight, but
no,
for whatever reason, he
no,
hasn't been offered it.
no, not to my
Okay,
knowledge. I have no idea. I have no
all
idea.
right.
I'm in
The
the
way I
same
was hearing
guessing
it,
boat, but to my knowledge, why hasn't James Brown been offered a fight against me? Why hasn't Nico Gaffey? I think Nico Gaffey and I don't think it's going to be a good fight. I think I'm going to absolutely roll over that guy. I do think that it could put up an international publicity thing. I think that we could definitely sell a fight. I think that that's an exciting fight to sell, but once we get in there, I think that one, I don't think he's ready for me. We have, yeah, that's pretty much it.
but James Brown, though, he did look good against Dan Chapman, and he is 6'3", long reach. It would be a real nice challenge for you.
Yeah, yeah, and I've also said, like I said, I've been very public about literally put any fucking name you want on that line. Like, fuck, we could do it in my backyard too. Like, come on, just bring the camera guy, bring the crew, and let's just fight. But I, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're doing this. I'm a team, like, I'm trying my best to be a team player. I truly believe, like, the BKB guy said something about me, and I'm like, bro, get lost. Like, I can't name one fighter on their roster outside of Montana's Shane Fitcher. Like, I literally can't name a single fighter on their roster. And so I want to, like, I had a couple phone calls. Oh, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Fuck no. I'm bare knuckle till I die, man. Doesn't mean I don't love sitting here, because I don't love sitting here.
Right. We were talking before you got on. Obviously, the goal when you get into bare knuckle or any sport, any combat sports, to become the champ, right? What are you there for? You want to become the champ. You become the champ. The shitty thing about becoming the champ, if there's a shitty thing, this is definitely it, is that you fight your way to the top. And then if you eliminate your opponents, especially in this game, there's nobody else. They got to work their way up. And then, like you said, you're ready to fight anybody, but I don't know if the promotion's ready to feed them to you because they're like, well, did this guy earn it? And sure, they do make fights where it's like, did this guy earn it? Well, we just got to throw him in there. It's going to happen eventually. But how many times can they do that? You know, it's like people fight them like Faria. Faria is a good example. You know, she's so good. She's fought her way to no competition. Like there's nobody, they have to find people from somewhere else. And if they don't, she's going to be sitting on the sideline for God knows how long now, because she's beaten everybody in every division, including her own, and up and down and left and right. And it's just nobody, there's no one. It's crazy. It's sad. It's sad. It is sad because you guys are the top of the sport at the pinnacle. And we don't get to see it as much as some guys on the lower end of the card, but they can fight anybody. They can fight anybody 0-0, 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's
and the other thing with you, Kai, is you're 25 years old. You're young. And you haven't taken any damage. That's the thing, right? So like in reality here, like 7 months between title fights isn't really all that long if you like look at the UFC or you look at these other companies. Like it's 6 to 8 months in between title fights.
If he had a fight coming up,
right. If you have a fight coming up, it is kind of like right in that UFC window. If the BKFC is trying to like model themselves after that, but the thing is with you though, and I'll let you talk in a second, is being 25 and not taking any damage. I'm sure that makes it much even harder on you. Like, you know what I mean? If you were taking some damage and you might need 2 or 3 or 4 months off to like fucking recover, it'd be one thing. But you like come out of your fight and a week later, your hands aren't swollen anymore and you're ready to go. You know what I mean? That's gotta weigh heavy too.
I joke about it all the time. I'm like, bruh, I've offered to go to 135, which will kill, like the cut will kill me. So whoever I fight has a crazy advantage, but I don't give a fuck. I still think that Joy Boy, I'd fuck him up. Just saying, not even close. But they want me to not go to 135, not go to 155. Like I'm making it easy for them. There's usually not people that are willing to do, like, ask any of the all-in Miami guys. Ask any of them to do what I've had to do, the route I've had to take. Ask any of them. All of them will say no. But then there's me. I'm pitching ideas. I'm like, shit, let's actually make some money. Let's push a star. But whatever the case is, I'm not special like the all-in management guys. And they're probably going to end up buying Howard Davis away to another title shot. He has another fight at 155 pounds, and he started talking shit today. It's like, you're going to talk shit about my 145-pound belt, but you can't even fight at 155. So, like, I'm not really in a position to say no to a fight, but I would, like, if I get offered Howard Davis, I'm going to laugh my ass off and be all like, whatever all-in paid you guys have to triple it for me. Like, come on, let's be real here. So we'll see. I'm seriously not a hater. I'm doing my thing. Like, I get to travel to California for the event next weekend. I'm fishing, but it's like, if I don't argue for myself, if I don't be vocal for myself, nobody will. Not in combat sports. So if people get rubbed the wrong way with how I'm talking, like, I'm sorry, but it's like, facts are facts, and I'm ready to fight. Just let me fight. That's my only question. I'm not asking for more money. I'm literally saying, give me a fight.
Last time we saw you was, I think last time me and Mike saw you in person was at Sturgis, right?
Oh yeah, Sturgis, baby.
And you had a face off with Cody Garbrandt there.
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool, right?
Amazing.
I mean, I know it would be a debut fight. It would be a debut fight in BKFC for Cody Garbrandt, but I think him being a former UFC champion and the name that he carries, if they wanted to make a Cody Garbrandt Kai Stewart fight, I think they can make that one. And plus, I honestly, big fan of Cody, but I don't know how his chin will hold up, and you being 25 and fucking walking through everybody's punches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be a tough night out for the former UFC champ.
Part of me thinks that he's gonna make a song and dance about a UFC retirement. He's got one more fight. I do think that fight can happen, and I truly think Feldman would love that fight for me. I'm sure Feldman, it's not a matter of it. It's not happening. It's a matter of I don't know how it's gonna happen yet, because I'm sure, like I said, Cody's gonna want to do a song and dance for UFC retirement. So which insinuates at least one more fight with the organization, and then maybe after that, because if he loses another fight, the UFC won't be able to afford his purse to keep him in. So it makes sense to get him out. So I just think that one's a little bit too far away. I think that's my biggest possibility for a super fight. I do think that one is on the horizon, but I think I'm gonna have to fight one or two more times before then.
Go ahead, Mike.
Man, it's just a damn shame, really. It's a damn shame.
Mm-hmm.
You're at every damn BKFC event and you're not fighting at one, and I just don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It drives me crazy.
I'm a broken record, but I absolutely love this freaking sport. I'm yeah, just let me fight. I'm patiently waiting. We're supposed to be getting a call, and we haven't gotten our call. So I'm trying my best.
Where's Connor? God damn it.
I think Connor might be like, Connor went like, he would reply to me very, very quickly all the time, no matter what. Like
he said he was going dark,
and he went dark.
Went on,
like truthfully, he went dark. He did reply to me instantly because I said, "Bro, I need a fight. Like I need a fight," and he said, "Okay, I'm on it." And then Bare Knuckle called me, and we got nowhere, but at least they called me.
Right.
If you look at his social media and everything, he said he was going like off the grid,
which good for him. Like
he said he's going 100% in on his UFC return. He wants to be old Connor when he steps back in there. So he said, "You won't see me for 6 months," or something like that. I think it was something like that.
I hope, man, because I'm to a point of really, truly, like, we need Connor to come fight for Bare Knuckle, man. We need something to take off, because, like, there's a reason. Like, I don't know what the reason is we're not getting fights, but we gotta blow up somehow, and I think we get Conor McGregor in there. We're the most exciting sport in the world. We just need more eyes on it. Like, we literally just need more eyes on it.
It's 100% true.
And I'm a wrestler. I'm a lifelong wrestler. I'm so freaking biased towards wrestling, and I can hardly watch a UFC event anymore because it's so fucking boring. Like there's the occasional great fights. I'm not that big of a hater, but like whenever they start grappling, like I just can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Now like they say it's only one fighter that threw the fight or potentially threw a fight or whatever, but those people that are hardly making a living in the UFC would definitely take bribe money. Like those guys are crazy. Like oh, am I still there? Okay.
Yeah, you're there.
I hit my power button. It's
that
boring.
was a bad.
We're gonna make it.
That was a bad look. That freaking whole.
Well, looking back,
oh man.
Looking back at all the times that I've lost money sports betting, I'm just like, I can see it. These motherfuckers faded me. Like, because at the highest level like that, like, fighters fight. And I've said it time and time and time again that didn't look right. That person did not fight how they should have. Obviously, people are going to get starched sometimes, but usually people that get, like, I don't know. That's a rabbit hole. I think the UFC is a cult. That's why I have no interest in it. If a fight to beat somebody up that I don't like showed up, then obviously we'd rally. But I think bare knuckle is just so much more exciting.
We got a question from the audience here. It says, Kai, a guy on the UFC roster and you have beef. Could you lure him into the BKFC for a fight? Who is he talking about? Do you have beef?
I know who he's talking about.
You have beef with somebody on the UFC roster?
I have beef with multiple people.
Who won? Did he win on Dana White's Contender Series or something?
Yeah.
That guy. I forget what his name is.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
so we're actually sponsored by the same guy too.
Oh,
So I really truth be told, I don't really have crazy beef with this guy. I have video of his mom like coming and like getting in like in a Montana bar parking lot, getting in my face saying, "You need to
What?
fight my son. You need to fight
Oh,
my
God.
son." There's also like gifted. I was given a main event over Tommy for an MMA fight, and he blew up. He absolutely fucking blew up on me. So I just rolled with the punches because he's on Sean O'Malley's team. So I was just like,
Yes.
cool, I'll just keep fueling the Sean O'Malley fight. He can be a pawn in the game. I don't like how he carries himself and like talks the crazy, like he talks the most out of pocket shit. He'll make fun of people for cancer, dead parents, this and that. So like I don't fuck with that guy, but I also am just like whatever, dude. Like I was trying to fight O'Malley. I think you're an easy fight.
his
So
name is McMillan, by the way, Tommy McMillan, right?
yeah,
That's
we want O'Malley. Like apparently behind the scenes, O'Malley won't fight me. Whatever. It's been brought up with his coach. Not like something to actually get signed, but just some people talking this and that. And it's just like they don't want to fight regardless. So it sucks that we can't get that. I think that would be an absolute stand up banger. Because in the UFC, I'll take O'Malley down and ragdoll him and choke him out. Silly. MMA, well, bare knuckle fighting, he should have the advantage on me, right? He's a striker. Come
He is a
on,
striker.
come show me that I suck. Now, I truly don't think that fight's gonna happen, so I'm done wasting energy on it. But
Right.
that's the whole McMillan beef.
He's
It's
deep
not.
into the UFC
It's
too.
yeah,
He's not gonna be able to get off his contract, or
yeah.
why
No.
would he at this point?
No, but I could talk some mad fucking shit, bro, and get myself into the UFC if I wanted to. But honestly, it's so culty that well, never mind. That's a conversation for a different time.
hey, so
Let's wait until I sign a new deal.
well, if they called you and told you that Knucklemania 6, you'd be at the top, up towards the top of that card or at the top of that card. Would you be okay with that if they told you that? Because that is February 7th. Is that what it? Mike, they
Yeah,
put the poster out the other day, February 7th, I think.
Yeah,
It is.
I think I have it. Let me
yeah,
give me a
man.
minute now.
I've been in fight camp for 8 weeks. Like I've been ready to go. We've been told I was gonna fight. Like I point blank asked, "Am I fighting in 2025?" The answer was yes. So I'm
No,
ready to go. I'm ready to
I'm,
go
I
for
guess my
Mohegan
question was,
Sun. Like
I guess my question was, you've already waited 7 months. If they told you February 7th
oh
is the date, are you all right with December, January, and then fighting in February? So it would be
yeah.
it would be 10 months between fights for you.
As you guys see, I'm already expecting that I'm delayed even more. I'm loving the extended vacation. I'm putting a smile on my face and being grateful that I can help Dakota more with her fight. I'm not so deep into my fight camp. I'm grateful that I got to go deer hunting. I think here's the thing, they were the ones that said I was a main event fighter. So who would they put me to fight against main event for Knucklemania, short of Cody Garbrandt? Like I think Big Ben Rothwell's gonna fight on that card. They'll I don't really know.
Frankie
I'm
Edgar.
down. I think it'd be really cool to fight in the arena. I do believe that I am bare knuckles main event fighter. I think I have 8 fights. I have 8 victories. I have over an hour of ring time. I'm the absolute best on the microphone. I have the absolute best mustache, and everybody knows people love a good mustache.
Well, Tony
So,
Murphy, T Murph over on Instagram just now said your mustache is more grown than your voice.
hey, hell yeah.
I think it was a compliment and also telling you that you sound super young.
Some things
Yeah.
never change, Kai.
A
Yeah.
subtle
Right?
roast. I got subtly roasted.
From the
But no,
beginning of time, every single person has always talked shit to you and always wanted to fight you,
Always
right?
will,
We've
yeah.
talked about this for years.
I know.
Every single person always takes a shot at you. It doesn't matter what weight class they're in or anything. It's so funny to me.
Yeah,
And yet, here you are with no fight. God
no,
damn it.
I'm saying I was point blank told that I am the person that they uh get the most requests of people to fight, which circle back, why am I on an extended vacation? I love, like, I am basically a professional outdoorsman. I got a nice buck. I'm shooting ducks.
Yes, the other
I
day.
slaying fish on Champ's Chariot. Like, you guys don't know nothing about Champ's Chariot, but
We do not.
like, I'm doing my thing, man, and I'm having fun. But to circle back, I keep getting off topic. But February 7th, yeah, absolutely. Even if I'm at the not the top of the card, I should be. Just so everybody knows where I'm at, I should be. But Philly seems nice. I would love to go over there, starch somebody, and hopefully maybe have my first sit down conversation with these guys. Like, come on, give me a sit down conversation, and let's move forward and forget that 2025 ever happened. Because like, I dominated a fight. I had some crazy momentum with some Conor McGregor like content.
Yes.
Like absolute insane momentum, and then it's like we're back at square one. Now I have to go starch another bum to fucking, which it doesn't matter who they give. They can give the number one contender. He's still a bum. I'm sorry. They're all bums.
Well,
They're bums whenever they get into the ring with me. Let me just be clear there, because they all put on bangers. I think we have a very exciting division, you know.
Yes. No,
Hats
there's
off
been
to
some good fights.
Yeah, hats off to Rivera and Stridham for putting on a banger. I don't know why Tommy decided to rush straight forward with no head movement. Like, I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive than that. But I don't know. Everybody that thinks that MMA math or bare knuckle math adds up, I think, are sadly mistaken. I see so many holes. I think Rivera is good on the microphone. I think he's fun. I think he is great for the division, great for the sport. But he needs more fights. He needs more fights.
yeah. Well, I hope you get a fight soon, man. I hope it is. I mean, if it's not, you're not going to be on the Hollywood December card, and Mohegan Sun's probably is a fight night, so they're not going to put you on that. So hopefully it's Knucklemania and it's a big name for you. In the meantime, do you got any business ventures going on? What are you doing? Got any hustles going?
I'm just trying to still get my Crack Skull Pepper released. I'm waiting to get because I'm releasing a website. I'll be dropping some merch, and the website's mostly for the Crack Skull Pepper. If people want a shirt, add on the shirt. Thank you for the support, but everybody's gonna want a piece of that Crack Skull Pepper. So, we're gonna get that rolling. I think we're gonna add a special friend with the Crack Skull Pepper to make it a pair. We're getting that figured out. Not gonna release that too much, but no, just me and Harvey Singh are doing quite a bit. He's gonna get ready for his first bare knuckle fight. He's been sponsoring a lot of fighters, so he's down to.
Is he fighting on that same card?
As my girlfriend, yeah, and he's doing a bare knuckle fight. So him and I are gonna go down to Cali this weekend. We're gonna do some training while we're there. I'm gonna show face, I'm gonna smile and wave, boys, and I'm gonna be King Kai. I'm the heel of this organization. They made me the bad guy. Now it's time to start being the fucking bad guy. They put me in the position to be the bad guy whenever they made me go down to Duran and absolutely humiliate him in front of his home crowd. But yeah, sorry, another tangent. I'm having a good time. It's been a while. I haven't seen you guys. This is also my first interview in months.
Is it really?
Months since probably Dubai. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What the hell is going on? See, that's another thing. Now you're saying more people need to see bare knuckle. This is part of it. There has to be a new angle. There has to be a new vision for putting the original or homegrown bare knuckle fighters out there more, and it includes interviews. There should be somebody that works for BKFC. There should be not just somebody, but a whole crew of people, maybe 3, maybe 4, that specifically work as a management type of person to I know, yeah, sure, fighters should have managers. They should do this, but it's not just selling the fighters, it's selling the sport. And Feldman says it all the time. Ariel asked him, can't you just slow it down? Do you really have to keep having so many events? And he answered Ariel, and he's like, no, I'm selling a new sport. I'm not just selling fights. I said, I have to sell the entire sport. So I can't slow down because the momentum needs to continue. It's a sport. People need it's not just a fight night. Everybody can see MMA everywhere already and boxing, but you can't see BKFC or bare knuckle fighting everywhere. So
I will be fair. A bunch of people have asked me, but honestly, I'm so sick of the same question. When are you going to fight? Who are you going to fight? And it's like, bruh, Trust me, you guys would know if I knew. But and I honestly, I expected to have some news by this show, so that's why I am on the show. And now,
I have a question.
yes, sir.
Not to cut you off. Back in June, they released a graphic for Dubai 2 in November, and your picture was on it. It was you fighting on the I'm not saying that you were on that card or not, but like, it's strange to me that nobody has even mentioned the fact that there was like no talks about Dubai 2. And then they just took the thing off the website and completely ignored it, and nobody's asked a question about this. Were you ever asked? Were you ever talked to about fighting again out in Dubai in November? Because it would have been like next week. Actually, it would have been like November 22nd or 23rd. I mean, it was coming up. Were you ever talked to about Dubai 2, possibly fighting out in Dubai a second time in 2025? And if so, any idea what happened there?
Absolutely zero idea what happened there. I wasn't approached, and I don't really know the ordeal, but whenever I was like super confused and like trying to see like, am I supposed to be in fight camp, this and that, because the Italian guy who I've just
Gabriel?
found out, manages Dan Chapman. Like, no wonder he was trying to get Dan. I knew Dan Chapman wasn't that guy, but they he's been pushing him. No wonder, but he made it sound like he wanted, like they were gonna have me to fight in Italy. So like I was all amped up after July. Like, holy shit, do I got to start getting ready for a fight? Like, I didn't know this and that. And then, so I did get a call from Feldman, and he said he wanted me for Dubai, but it was nothing ever further than that. And I heard rumblings that it was like, it was the people from Dubai. It had nothing to do with us. Like, I don't
Right,
even
yeah.
know if I don't think they matched the card at all. I have no, but that's also coming from zero information. I had one little phone call, but it was because I wanted to go camping and didn't really want to start training for Italy. And I was like, am I fighting or am I not? And he goes, well, I want you here. And that was 5 months ago. So
Yeah, I just thought it was strange that back like mid-June they posted the graphic for Dubai 2. The dates on it said November 22nd, 23rd. And then there was like no mention of ever again. And then it just went away. And so we're all like, nobody
it would have been
even
fun. I love
yeah.
Dubai. That would have been a
J-
blast.
James
Yeah,
Brown
you were
is
like a
in the
sheik out there.
comments. And James Brown is in the comment section
Yes,
now,
he is.
booing you, giving you the
He's
thumbs down, booing
giving
you.
you the thumbs down.
He's ready. Let's go.
Well, whatever.
What we
Yeah.
need in there is Nate Shook with a pen and a paper sign. And here you
Right.
go,
Yeah,
ready to sign.
man, James, I've asked for everybody. They just don't believe in you, bro. I tried. I tried my best. I said, listen, I will fight everybody. I was like, James Brown? Nope. Sorry, dog. Not my fault.
Well,
There is
I'll
actually
see you.
some truth. There is some truth to that. I haven't had a crazy conversation with Bare Knuckle, but with the one person from Bare Knuckle that I talked to, your name came up by me, not them. So just so you know, James Brown, I told you these things and you didn't believe me. And now here we are. I have to over explain myself. Fuck.
Well,
It's
I think that I think you got Plazola and James Brown and Nico Gaffey. Those are the three guys that you could be fighting. Hopefully they call you with something big soon.
Well,
If
as
it's
of
not
today, add Howard Davis to the list because
Howard Davis.
I don't think he wants it. I think he's a pawn. He does not really want it. No.
Well, if it's Knucklemania, that's going to be another massive show. It's back and it's no longer the Wells Fargo Arena. Did you guys
Should be
realize
now.
that?
I actually looked it up just to see. I was like, wait, are
It's
we downsizing or nope? Different
no,
thing.
Xfinity Mobile.
Yep,
Arena.
it was Wells Fargo Arena as early as last year, and
Yeah.
now it is the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Dude, I hope you get some really good news very soon. Hopefully we can get you back on here and talk about it. but I'm glad you gave us a little bit of your time. I know you've been off the kind of off the grid for a little while as far as BKFC goes. So
Yeah.
Hey, you
Anytime.
want to deliver a final message to the brass or any of the fighters out there? You've already said it a lot.
Jam, the Brad. Yeah. I just hope I don't come across as a hater because I'm not a hater. I love this shit. I tell absolutely I'm sure everybody I play video games with is sick of it. I tell everybody about this shit. I do not I love this shit. But I also got to protect myself. I got to eat. I'm trying to build a family, and it's hard to do that on one fight a year. So yeah, I'm bitching a little bit, but I'm still here, and you got to pry that belt from my dead body. I'm not giving, because here's last message. I'm not going anywhere, because if I just up and left like some people think that I might do, that means the second best person in the world would have to be world champion, and that's fucked up. Like, ain't nobody gonna have my belt. That's funny. All right, that's all I got. I could talk all day, but that's all I got.
Yeah, so can we. So can we, as you know.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, Mike, you got anything else for Kai?
Kai, listen, you already know. We talked about it. We've just been talking the whole time. I mean, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. We gotta see you fight. We have to see you fight. We gotta get you in there. We don't. Nate Shook, please. Dave Feldman, Conor McGregor, please put this guy on a card. Knuckle
Mystic
Mania.
Mac.
What a perfect place to put the king on Knuckle Mania. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
6. Hey,
Let's
6 is
do
my
it.
lucky number.
There you go.
I've won a lot of money on Black 6, let me tell you, boys. All right, with that, I better go check on my girlfriend in her practice. But I appreciate you guys having me on, and as soon as I have news, I will hop back on, and we'll have a good time.
All right.
Kai,
Hey,
thanks for your time,
take
man.
it
Take
easy.
it easy.
We'll
bye.
be back after this.
Latinos, Latinos no venimos a hacer, venimos a comer. Let's go, perros! Oh! What's my fucking name? What's my fucking name? What's my fucking name? Fight of the night! I told you! You promoting the wrong people, boss! What'd I tell you, boss? Hell yeah, dog. Who else is getting this love, huh? Who else is getting this fucking love? Que fue my $300 hat though. Que fue my $300 hat though. Congratulations, man. Thank you, brother.
Hey-o.
Dude, do you know that when I interviewed him after that fight, he looked exactly as you see him in that photo, in that video right there.
Yes.
Do you know, like, when you get a mouthful of blood, you get that metallic taste in your mouth?
Yeah.
He smelled like a bag of fucking nickels, dude. It was like
I remember that day.
The smell that was coming off of him because of the blood that was just pouring down his face, mixed with sweat, and just like, oh man, I'm sitting there interviewing him, and I'm just like, man,
It wasn't just him; it was multiple fighters. Because I remember that night. I remember you specifically saying, like, I smell a lot of blood today.
Another one was
Barnett.
Reggie Barnett. He had like his mouth. He had like blood in his mouth. He kept having blood in his mouth while he's talking to me. And he's like spitting, and I'm like, the smell of his breath, dude. It just smelled like a bag of nickels. It's fucking gross. Anyways, hey, before we get back into
I have something. Yeah.
We forgot to shout this out. So our show is sponsored by Full Blast Clothing, and that interview that you just saw wouldn't have been possible without Full Blast Clothing. So get over to fullblastclothing.com, go to their Instagram at Full Blast Clothing, give them a follow, check out their line, hold nothing back, and give it all you got in the ring, give it all you got in life. Full Blast. There's Mike wearing the sweatshirt right now. I got the t-shirt on underneath this, but I was cold. It was cold in this room here.
Getting old and cold.
And I don't have a Full Blast hoodie right now. So shout out to our sponsor for keeping us going here. And and thank you to Kai for giving us some time. I know that, like, it's been 7 months since he's been in the ring. To be 20, here's the thing, like I said to him, to be 25, right? we were once 25, Mike. You know the energy that we had. You know that we could have fucking just, we had one speed and it was fucking full blast, full speed ahead.
People can barely keep up with us now.
Right.
It's
But
still
him being 25 is one thing, but also he never really takes any damage in any of his fights. Like he's barely gotten damaged in any of his fights.
No.
And so it's like I said, he fought in April. He beats Tommy Stridham. He was probably ready to go 3 weeks later. You know what I mean? He probably just needed a couple weeks to let his hands rest and heal up a little bit. And he's a college wrestler. And like I was a wrestler, you weren't, but you hear me say it all the time. There's a different kind of cardio and a different type of grind in a wrestler. They're a different breed. I actually ran into a guy. I took Amy out for her birthday 2 weeks ago, and we went to this place in New London called The Social. It was a very cool place. You check that out, Mike. But the guy behind the counter or behind the host desk, he's like my age guy, and he's got a beard, and he's
said,
like,
"Oh my God, are you Mish?"
No, but I said I got a reservation for Mish, and he was like, Kyle. I'm like,
Mike and Misha?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. He goes, we wrestled in high school. He was like, you were nasty. He gave me props in front of my wife and kids, which I thought was cool. So that gave me like a little boost, a little comp, like look at like I looked at the boys and I was like, see, your old man ain't no bitch. But he was like,
4 touchdowns, one game.
But me and him ended up, he come over to the table and he started talking about like military and shit like that, because he went into the military as well. And I was like, so dude, when we went to basic training, we were unsmokable because we were wrestlers. And he said the same thing, dude. It was impossible to get smoked. I'm telling you, I's got that. I get smoked now just talking to you on this fucking show now. I get tired. But, back then. So Kai at 25, man, I would imagine that he has the gas, like he has a gas tank that most guys in that shit don't have. And he's proven it 8 times now. Just grinds.
Yep.
And not taking damage and having to sit out must absolutely suck.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. We talked about at the top of the hour, top of the show. We're talking about how many times champs fight. I mean, it's been a topic of discussion all night long. About 2 times. It's probably the average is probably like 1.7. I bet, if we had to look up the averages for how many times champions fight. And
a year?
Yeah, a year. Yeah, it's probably like 1.7 or something like that. 1.7.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it sucks, but it's also competition. That's what it is. There's no competition. And when they're done, because it tends to be when somebody becomes champion, they get a few fights, and then after that, it's like that's it.
I do, but I do.
Left. Now there's some fights that he can take.
Yeah, I do think that they can make.
Fought Fox recently,
right? And he beat him.
Yeah, and Rivera just fought, and HD is fighting. There's all these fights, that also has to line up as well.
The Nathan Rivera fight is very intriguing. That one is intriguing because they're both young. They're both very popular. But I do think
on the tip that they should wait, though. That's another thing is I personally, I don't want to see fighters rushed into a championship. I want to see them build their character, build their experience fighting. I don't want to see them fight 4 good fights, and then they're fighting for the title against a champ that's been here for a while. I want to see them get 7 fights or so. I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
That's why I'm saying
fight till you're number 1 and then don't get the belt. That seems to be the thing.
That's why I don't think Nico Gaffey should be in the conversation. I think Plazola or James Brown, or it's one of those two right now. If you're going by, merit and earned in the division, they have earned it in that division, not by anything they did outside, not by social media following, not by fucking their past. In the BKFC, in the featherweight division, James Brown and Plazola have both earned a spot in the conversation to fight for the title, especially after James Brown went out there to Italy and pieced up Dan Chapman. Now, Dan Chapman was 6-0 and a former BKB champion at that point.
Yes,
you know,
that's right.
Former BKB champion, 6-0 before he ran into James Brown. James Brown looked great that night. If they're not going to make the Plazola fight, make the James Brown fight. Do that. Let him fight James Brown. Let Nate Rivera fight another one. Let Nathan Rivera fight Plazola. He called him out, so go ahead and make that one. There you go. I mean, Kai needs to work, but Kai also, and I didn't ask him about this. I did kind of ask him, but like he's got the cracked pepper hustle going.
Yep.
But like these world champions need to realize that no world champion is just a world champion fighter. Every one of those guys that are successful have other side hustles going. And his idol is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is the biggest example of this. That guy is a hustler through and through. He has never been just a fucking fighter. He got his money by winning in the UFC, but he took that money and he turned it into other things as fast as he fucking possibly could. And he marketed himself better than anybody. He ended up getting the Floyd Mayweather thing, but like Conor has 5 jobs. You know what I mean? He's got all these businesses. Chris Camozzi was a world champion for the BKFC. You think he's just fighting for the BKFC? No, he works for a security company and he coaches at Genesis. All these guys, they all got other jobs. Ben Rothwell, world champion, runs a fucking MMA gym. You know what I mean? Like the MMA gym is his full-time job. Being a world champion is his like passion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For any of the young the young champions or young aspiring champions, they need to realize that they need to have something else other than just fighting. That can't be their living.
I mean, I can't imagine how it could be. Because even if they were getting paid $30,000 a fight and you fought 1.7 times a year, that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? That's fucking crumbs in today's day and age. You ain't gonna be able to survive on that shit.
Mike, do we have to fucking school Large Benjamin once again in the fucking comment section? Okay, let me put on my giant and in my fucking Large Benjamin voice.
What are we talking about here?
Hey, Kyle, listen, Ben, this is you. Well, the only thing is about that, James Brown got starched by HD. Yeah, what weight division was that in? Fucking smarty pants. What was that in? Was that in featherweight? No, it was at 155 because James Brown was asked to go up to 155 to fight HD. God, for being the biggest fan in the world for BKFC, you are a fucking stew-nod, Big Ben. Love you, Large Benjamin. That is true.
Bench Large Benjamin. It wasn't 145. It was 154.5 is what he weighed in as. So, or
yeah. It was 155. It was a lightweight fight. It was not a featherweight fight. So, he tried to be smart in the comment section and shut us down when we said
unbelievable. Just have faith in us. Why don't you?
He tunes in here. I make a good point on why James Brown should get that shot. And then he says, "Ooh, the thing is, HD starched him at 155 pounds. And he didn't starch him either. That was a shitty stop. The stoppage was fucking garbage.
He was losing the fight. But
he was losing the fight, but he didn't get starched.
That knockdown was they stopped it on that knockdown.
Hey, what is getting starched? What is getting starched? Do you know what starch is? We used to put starch on our uniform and iron our uniforms out with starch. Because why? You know what that does? It stiffens it up. Exactly. Stiffens it up. He did not get stiffened up by HD. And Big Ben gets stiffened up by HD every time he watches him fight.
Big Ben and Diaz at the R&P Funding Center or whatever it's called, where your dad graduated at his graduation.
Right,
WrestleMania 1.
The building that my dad graduated high school in.
Right. Hey, listen. Before we leave tonight, I did bring this up. We were talking about Knucklemania and where it's going to be. Here's something weird. It says Xfinity Mobile Arena. Do you know what Xfinity Mobile Arena is?
There's like 20 of them, right?
Well, it says Xfinity Mobile Arena is a multi-purpose indoor arena located in Philadelphia. It serves as the home of the Philadelphia Flyers and the
Yeah.
76ers.
Right. It's the
21,000 guests.
Wells Fargo Arena.
It is the Wells Fargo Arena.
That's
It's
what
the
I
same
told you.
thing.
That's what I was saying. The name changed from last year to now.
Oh, okay.
what I
I
was
thought
saying
there was
earlier.
a question. I thought you guys were saying it was somewhere different.
No, what I was saying earlier was just last year that building was called the Wells Fargo Arena, and now it is.
Misunderstood what you guys what you were saying. I
No.
thought you were saying it's not in the Wells Fargo.
No, well, it's not. It's in the it's in the Wells Fargo, but it's not. It's in the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yes,
because
okay.
the name changed from 10 months
Wells
ago
Fargo.
to now.
Yeah. Okay.
I was confused too because I'm like, what the hell is that? And I Googled it, and I had to go look at the history of the Xfinity Mobile Arena, and then it said formerly known as Wells Fargo Arena.
Yeah, the other building that we were in where the weigh-ins was
Xfinity Live.
Xfinity Live. So I guess they just were doing the takeover, full takeover, that whole area.
Yeah. Well,
I was
so
like, damn, 21,000 seats. Holy shit. What the fuck place is this?
yeah, hopefully they
Same
can put
place.
18, 19,000 in there again. That would be sick. I wonder who
Yeah.
they put on that card. And I hope that Dave Mundell, and no offense to Kai, I hope Dave Mundell fights Mike Perry at the top of that card. And then put Kai on it, co-main event, Kai versus whoever. That would be awesome.
Damn, man, they have to. God,
They gotta get a female fight on there. Britton Hart hasn't fought in a long time. I would say Britton Hart versus
Britton.
somebody. Put Britton and fucking Sarah Shell on there or something. Like
We need,
just load it up with freaking title fights up at the top. 3 title fights.
Fred, we need you.
Dave Mundell versus Perry, title versus title. Kai Stewart puts the belt on the line versus James Brown, and then Britton puts her belt on the line against Sarah Shell. I would go to. Oh, but Big Ben Rothwell too. We need to get him out there.
Yes.
Shit, man, too much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot
going on. So hey, shout out to the Cali boys out in Florida representing Mike and Mish at the Palm Desert event this weekend. Mike, they sent us some photos and stuff. Shout out, let's go, boy. Thank you to Kai for coming on here. Hope you get a fight soon, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Watch The Substance on HBO Max, and you'll thank us.
Do it.
You will
now.
thank us later.
Right now. Fuck it.
When you get off of this, go put on The Substance and watch that damn movie. And if you want to, you could DM us and let us know how fucked up we are for telling you guys to watch.
The thing is, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love certain parts of it.
You're gonna love it. And
let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy. And make sure you're tuned in to the BKFC 84 card, Palm Desert, Saturday. Let's go. Mike, what else you got for the peoples?
Nothing else, man. I think that's it. I think we hit everything, we got fights this weekend. I've got drill this weekend. Shit. We ain't working for the flag no more. I'm gonna find another crazy ass movie to watch, I think, and call it a night. What do you think?
Wait, hold on. Ben's being Ben again. You said Cali boys in Florida. I didn't say Cali boys in Florida. I said Palm Desert, you fucking idiot. He's gonna call me right after this show too, and I'm not gonna answer the phone.
No,
I'm going to bed.
Don't answer. I don't have 785 minutes to talk. Sorry.
All right, guys. Hey, tune into the weigh-ins tomorrow night. Check out The Substance and watch BKFC 84. We'll see you next week. Mike, what else you got for the peeps?